formation. I'm from Dallas, Texas, this a Cowboys nation. We the population, all across the world. If they wanna flex, I'm throwing jabs like Earl. Yeah, we gon' rumble, the bag never fumble. We done made a play and now we putting up numbers. It's a touchdown, big touchdown. Dance on them when I touch down. Have them bands for me when I touch down. The whole squad up, you know we wide up. Cause it's a touchdown, big touchdown. Do my dance on them when I touch down. Have them bands for me when I touch down. The whole squad up, you know we wide up. Cause it's a touchdown. Yeah, it's about that time. You know we gotta shine. I done dropped my top at the 50-yard line. I done pressed the button, I done opened up the dome. I done got a suite and pulled up with Jerry Jones. Yeah, we in the zone, talking blue and silver. DoorDash flow, you know the road gon' deliver. Sharper than some scissors, cutting up the block. We done came down and put 6 on the clock. It's a touchdown, big touchdown. Do my dance on them when I touch down. Have them bands for me when I touch down. The whole squad up, you know we wide up. Cause it's a touchdown, big touchdown. Do my dance on them when I touch down. Have them bands for me when
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And there'll be a break in the action here because Prescott is going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
When we say the sky's the limit for C.D. Lamb coming into his 3rd season, it's not hyperbole. 1,102 yards in his first Pro Bowl nod last season. He's now the unquestioned WR1 for Dallas following the Amari Cooper deal. They get it to him there for a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action now. Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott rolling to his right. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys put the first points on the board as they take the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now for the first time we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual threat quarterback on his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers for Sanders last week, 15 carries, 69 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
On second and a yard. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got the connection. Cole Beasley. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to have another first down here. The tackle's made at the boys' 29-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive here. 2nd and 11. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Hurts. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Hurts dangerous when he runs the football. He's got a first.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They go play action with Hurts. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to trick it.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Neville Gallimore powering his way in and burying him.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So from an offensive perspective, they're able to get on the board here right into the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time about complimentary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think he's just about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and he'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
Prescott on play action. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one hand. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 50 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So back onto the field here comes the Eagles for their second drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 39, Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. Hurts finding Goddard there. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1st down, Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Hurts throw here pulled in by Beasley. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing is Hurts. And the timing a bit that time as that would fall to the ground.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. Touchdown, Eagles! Miles Sanders as the 1st half is winding down. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's potential for things to change even more because remember, they get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. That time, a 9-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Final play of the half, Prescott. Rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Randall Cobb, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Marcus Mariota, as sharp as you can be throwing the football. 6
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustment they may have made at intermission.
Am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And Beasley with it over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll drop the throw. And he'll just get rid of it. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamental.
Hurts fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. To the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this 3rd quarter.
I like your identification there, because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball, let's go down and score, put some points on the board and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he gets it down to the 32. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Prescott looks to throw on first. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. They go to Elliott again, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. A strong run when he gets it, especially around the goal line, like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Last time out they had the fumble that led to the touchdown. Not a great look at their side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles, but they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. Hurts fumbles it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. Yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. Pollard will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Going to run again here with Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Prescott. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He'll buy some time right. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head. So
better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping, your guys in the front 7 can down.
They'll run forward with Pollard, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So that, Charles, a big decision there on 4th and goal, and it works out.
And that is an example of a coach who's confident in his team. He didn't look at it as a gamble at all. He looked at it as belief. Great starting field position. Let's go ahead and deliver. And they do.
Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers.
Hurts fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And some room to roam now. And this is going to be brought for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Philadelphia offense unit now as they head out to take over possession. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a shotgun snap, a look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd and 10. Hurts. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
They'll look to throw again. And once again, this is Sanders. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts, and he will find Scott on the right side complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, pass, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6.
Even with a guy like Elliott in the backfield, Dallas simply couldn't keep Pollard off the field last season. The 3rd-year back was just too good to sit, and he ended up with over 700 yards on just 130 carries.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Well, Prescott here to throw, rolling to his right. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Slay with it. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Inside give to Elliott, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the 2nd half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Dallas, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. Thanks. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.